I think you have to believe that every day you can do a little bit more, but a little bit more and better than yesterday. So this is what I think every time I have to do something important for my career, for my life to grow up. Every day. So I do this today. It's okay, but tomorrow will be better.
Yeah. Gianluca, it's so lovely to meet you here on Zoom.
Thank you. For me too.
And it's where are you based at the moment?
I live in Bologna, in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And, where did you grow up?
In Sardinia. It's a big island in the Mediterranean Sea. One of the big, like Sicily and Sardinia.
And I believe the water is so beautiful there.
Yeah, of course. It's just like kind of paradise for me.
Really?
When I need to go to the beach, to the sea, I need to have relax. I know that I can back home and I can stay there in a really quiet time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, how did you start in music growing up there in Sardinia?
In Sardinia, of course, there was no opportunities to grow up. Of course, now we have internet, we have YouTube, we have lots of things that we can use to grow up with the music. When I was young, it was not like this, of course. So I have the discs for my father, for example, but not so much. It was just a kind of self-inspiration, I can say. Yeah. So now you find something inside of you and you start to reach from the outside all the things that you need to grow up. A movie that influenced me a lot when I was a child was Sister Act, for example.
Really?
Yes, I fall in love with the gospel music and I start to sing the gospel music. I think it was my base. Yes, and then I started to study piano, and then the music, the voice. Yes, the voice came after.
Okay,
But after.
Yeah, but isn't it so authentic to think that it's not, like you say, there wasn't that technology and it wasn't that you weren't so exposed to all this that we see now on social media. So it really came from in you. It was something that was sparked in you, the music that you heard.
Yes, even the time was different. Everyone has got something to show up.
Yeah.
So the base is from the deep within, I think.
Yeah.
I know that the time is different for everyone now, but I think the most important thing that you need to find to move to follow your dreams is just inside. I think it's for every work, every job you want to get.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that passion and that drive that you have to have inside you.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
But now you said you didn't sing immediately, but when did you start discovering your voice?
Oh, just when I changed my voice from the childhood to the teenage. Yes, I can say
teenagers. Yeah.
Of course, in everyone, the voice starts to change. So I find something to. I found in the voice the way to express myself. Okay. I remember that I found it in my room for everyone, or in a place where you can hear the voice. Oh my God, it's so big. Then it's just a kind of impression for everybody.
Yeah.
You have to study, but
Yeah.
you have to find a way to follow what you have to do, what you want to what you want to say to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you get then, because if you realized it, and then who helped you on your way? Who was that discovered your voice on your way?
Oh, live vocal coach or
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, okay. Of course, I'm a person a little bit shy.
Yeah.
Yes. So now I'm trying to get everything out. But when I was younger, I was really shy. So my family was the base, of course. But I remember that when I moved after the high school, I moved in Rome to study at the university, and I found a really good person, an American Afro-American tenor, Timothy Martin. Now is a friend of mine, and I got into his gospel choir at the American University in Rome. So I started to sing there.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good because I was just a boy from a little country in a big city like Rome, and so I think you feel like full of power. Of course, when you have 20,
Yes.
normal. You think you can do everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Even you didn't have even if you don't have the skills, you think that you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
I'm still like that, and I'm 58.
Yes, but it's important to get this kind of
Yeah.
feelings in all the life, because now I am 30. Okay, I can do everything. Just to find a way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But now this is so interesting that you sang in a gospel choir. But when you went to university, did you go to study music?
No, I was studying literature.
Oh yeah.
Literature, yes.
And you just happened to go to this gospel choir, and that
I was just looking something to a place to stay fun and to sing.
Yeah.
So the gospel music is always something that I loved.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I love the black music, the gospel music, R&B. So I found that place a really good place to stay.
Yeah.
To stay. Then the voice grows up. The voice grows up, and you have to follow what it says.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the base, then I found that the opera was a good way to express myself, because I love to act, for example. So it's a good way to
combine the two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To combine the two things.
But so this is so wonderful. The past few interviews I had were all also with people who started later in their lives. Like you would think a singer, they start very early on, and the classical training and all that. But you've really started a bit later in your life with the classical training then.
Absolutely. Yes.
Amazing.
I think one of the reason for this late moment to come is because in my country there were nothing. So I went to the opera for the first time when I was 22.
Really?
Yes, and I saw La Traviata with Angela Gheorghiu and Vittorio Grigolo at the Opera of Rome. So it was just amazing, because I said, "Oh my God, what is it?" That was a little boy scared. Okay, I'm here.
Amazing. And then and how did you get then to sing opera? I mean, did you have to go to look for somebody to train you then?
So I got into at the point that I wanted to discover what my voice couldn't do. So the only way to do it is just to study.
Yeah.
And I found that the sound, the color, was good. Then you fall in love with opera. If you are not in love with opera from the first moment, you can try to discover. So it's a big tradition for Italians, and with a big something really important for everybody.
Yeah.
So if you find in you the skills to do this kind of music, I think you have to follow it.
Yeah.
You don't have to ignore. Yes, is it correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the soul tells. That's it.
Exactly.
So it's really difficult because then you have to study. You have to really focus it, and you can't do that. You can do that. Oh no, I can do it. I can drink. I can smoke. I can do anything. But passion is more powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for my English. It's not my.
No, your English is brilliant. It's wonderful. But this is also then must be for you then also difficult to start singing then at, I say, later age, because many people start singing already earlier in their lives, not singing, but this classically training that you have. Was it easy to get into a university to start studying voice?
No, it was not so easy. I just did an audition.
Yeah.
The Conservatorio of Cagliari in Cagliari. Just was the only one that I did, and then I get in.
Wow.
So sometimes I think it was it a fortune or not? Because when something like this happened, the steps are just you have to follow the steps.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's it's that I also discussed with the people I interviewed before. It's as if you get into a flow. It's as if you get into, okay, this is my path now, and then everything falls into place, and you get to get the opportunities.
Yes, I try to follow all the flows in each part of art situation.
Yeah.
For example, when I was younger, I loved to write songs, and I still do it.
Really?
Because, it's a kind of way. It's a kind of way to make everlast feelings. So if I have to say something, I write down the things. Then the music comes so easy, for example.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's really difficult to combine all the things.
Yeah.
Because the world wants to wants everybody in a category.
Exactly. Yeah.
But there's no problem. So everybody is different.
Exactly. No, but it's true, and it's sometimes we see things. Oh, you have to do, if you want to have success in something, this is the specific thing you have to do, and many times you don't have to do it that way. It's not always the conventional way to go. Sometimes you go in your own way, in your own way that's meant for you. So that's also wonderful to hear. I love these stories when it's like that, really.
Of course, there is a point that you have to maybe give more importance to something than other. of course. But you can shut down. You can shut down what you want to say.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's really simple. It's really, really simple.
Yeah.
For me.
But now, so you've just when we wrote, you just said you finished a production. Where were you singing now?
I was in Wexford.
Yeah.
Yes, I was in Wexford. It was an amazing production of La Tempesta. Is a known opera by Alevi, frontman Alevi. I didn't sing a main role. Yes, main is correct.
Yeah.
But it was really funny. Near to Rossini, bel canto, but not so much. And it was a great production for me. So I hope there will be more in a European atmosphere than just in Italy. Italy is really close. So Wexford was my first time out of Italy, and I think it was great, really great.
Really?
I spent 2 months, maybe, yes, there. So when I came back in Italy 2 days ago, I said, okay, where I am. I have to keep my life again. Start again to start all the things that I have to do in the future, the concerts, etc. So, but when you are out of your comfort zone, to work for a production like this, it's always difficult to come back to the reality.
Yeah.
It's always a jumping to something that doesn't exist, but it exists in that moment.
Yeah.
So, and then when you have strong sensibility, it's really difficult because you have control everything. You have control. But okay, it's beautiful. This is life.
Yeah, but isn't it also sometimes when you're taken out of your comfort zone that you also start thinking differently, that you think that you get more energy and that when you get back, that you have different ideas or new ideas?
Yes. I know that everybody loves its comfort zone.
Yeah.
Of course. But when you get out, I think you have to believe that every day you can do a little bit more, but a little bit more and better than yesterday. So this is what I think every time I have to do something important for my career, for my life to grow up. Every day. So I do this today. It's okay, but tomorrow will be better.
Yeah.
You go back home and you find something to grow up, to do a step that is important. Then you have to, so you can reach the final step with great satisfaction.
Yeah.
So that's
exactly. Yeah. But now, also as an opera singer, you have to, like you say, you have to start organizing things, and you have also the business aspects of it, where you have to think and you have to write the email. So is that something that comes natural to you, or is it something that's a bit of a struggle?
No, it's not so hard for me.
Okay.
Because of course, being a singer is not being an agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
Are just two different words, but you can do it if you have some personality that you can say, okay, go do it right. This is a job not where you can stay all alone. You have to express, open up always. because sometimes it's more important to go, for example, at the theater and meet people that do the same job. So this is the one of the way. You have to study. You have to be opened to the world.
Yeah. But that's something that we not always realize, is that that you have to also create your work and put yourself out there and get the jobs.
You have to understand.
Yeah.
You have to understand what you can do.
Yeah.
Which kind of roles you can sing in that moment with your physical role. For example, I can sing Nemorino, for example, no, or Tamino. Always something that is near to your. Of course, you can sing different roles, but if you touch, yes, if you go to touch the roles that are near to yourself, it's more easier. It's easier,
Yeah.
of course. But the main thing is that you have to understand what you can do in that moment. That is the way. So I do it. I do so to go on.
Well, it's so wonderful to hear your story, and it's so inspirational to see what you have done and where you have, where you've come from, and that you basically just evolved into being this singer. And your parents, are they also supportive and enjoy watching you?
Absolutely.
Really?
Maybe, but sometimes
Yeah.
they believe it more than me.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. My mother and my father are really,
Yeah.
I don't want to say proud, but it's proud.
Yeah.
They are proud even when you do another job. They are proud for what we are, for me, for my sister. My sister, for example, lives in Australia. They moved to Australia when was 20, and now is stay really good. But they are really friendly with this kind of, even know that it's not so easy.
Yeah.
So you can lost your voice tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah. But it helps that that you have that support and that belief in you, that they believe in you and that they're proud of you.
I can't really imagine how you can go on without this kind of support.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, you do anyway. But when the family is with you, I think I'm really fortunate for it. No, so because I have something that I can count on. I call my mama, Mama, I have a problem.
And Mama's always there.
Yeah. So I'm always her child, of course.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that. Yeah. No, that's true. I'm also a mama, so I know exactly what it is.
Of course, when I was younger, I want to run away from the family, from the place where I was born, because I said, "Oh, it's really oppressive to stay in a world like an island." I grew up in an island, and was really all really simple, all really small, and I love big cities. So at the moment, you say, "Okay, I have to go."
Yeah.
But then I get my experience, and then I go back.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful because when in the future, I think that all I want to build can help the people in my country. So in the future, I want to come back home because I love my home. I love my country. I love the nature where I grow up. Yeah. But with something to give. it's really important for me. So I need to feel that I can give something. I don't know the right word to
contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but that's wonderful, because you bring then something, and you might inspire another child to sing, or and that's always so wonderful, that we can think, you got inspired to sing, and you can also then inspire somebody else.
In Italian we say passaggio del testimone. So I have something that I give you, that you are younger than me, so you grow up, and then you give what you have to another one.
Amazing. Yeah.
So poof, poof, kind of. But you have to feel sure for what you have. And I was really scared about it many years ago. So I ran away from my country for this reason. Because I felt always not adapted. Yeah, at the situation. But then you have to follow yourself to find out yourself, and then you can go back and say, okay, I am this. I can give you this. I can help you. And this is not the reason why I need an help, because everybody needs something outside that can give something to grow up. But it's just kind of I think a good way to feel, to live.
Yeah.
That's
no,
it.
absolutely. Yeah. I think this is a great way. And I hear sometimes many people do that, that they go back to their home country or their home city, and they start something there to contribute to the culture, and to, what they've learned on the outside. So I think it's a wonderful way to think about that you can go back and be an inspiration to somebody.
Most of all, in a country where the music is not so present. No.
Yeah. Present. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons why. So I'm sure that lots of people, where I was born, don't know the opera, for example, or the classical music. They are not used to feel it, so they can't know it. It's a shame for me, because you have to know everything. It's like it's like you have lots of colors, all the colors. You have to choose what is the most important for you. So I choose red, you choose yellow, I choose green, blue, but you have to know all the colors. So this is what I want in the future, because I need to grow up. I need to find out something for me. But I think it's a good way to look after the future.
Yeah. And it's also a good way, I think, if more children get exposed to art, and all forms of art, it doesn't have to be just music, but all different forms of art, then they also have a greater development. It's like you say, if you have the choices, and if you can experience everything, then you can make the choices, but if we just give them, it's like somebody said, if you just feed somebody the same food every time, then they don't know what else is there to eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I was at the high school, for example, this is a story from that period. I wrote down a plot with a friend of mine. So we didn't study anything at school. We spent all the time to write songs, to write plot, to sing, to play every time. And I think we reached a good point, because get on the stage our plot. It was a really big success for the school. For example, it's not so big. Okay, it's just in the country, but it was something that you do with your own strength. When everybody says, no, you can't. Okay, you say you think so. I don't think so. So I go on and I do it. It was really amazing.
Yeah, and it's not, we focus so much on just maths and science, and yet there are children, like you say, that you could do something totally different and very creative, and that was your strength, and you were allowed to do that. That's amazing.
Yes, you have to believe that you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you listen to the people that say, no, you can do it, I'm sorry, you can't, you don't have the skills, it's always it's not so always.
Yeah,
it's always the other part.
exactly. Yeah.
You say no, I say yes.
Yeah. Exactly. But Gianluca, can you now tell me what you have the wish to go back to your country, but what is the wish for you now for your future? What would you love to do?
I'd like to keep on working.
Yeah.
In the opera business. I'd like to debut some roles that I really like. And I'd like to study and make concerts in the chamber music.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I really love it. In the next Sunday, not this, but next, I have a concert at in Ortona, Teatro Francesco Paolo Tosti. Is the place where Francesco Paolo Tosti is born. He's an author of chamber music in Italy in the 90s period. So really big. It's really famous. I don't know if you know
yeah,
it.
I know. I don't know. Yeah.
And I will be there to do a concert of chamber music with the pianist. So we sing. I'm going to sing songs of this author, composer, and something else, always in chamber music.
Amazing.
So this is one of the things that I want to do. It's kind of tree with a lot of
and
opera, of course, is the first.
Yeah.
So,
but you also said you want to come to Europe and sing. Or what would you love to come to Vienna as well?
Yeah, of course. I have a dream, that I keep inside, and I don't want to say anything to anyone.
Oh, but you can say it.
But always, I think I want to do this. Okay, right now.
Yeah.
In a piece of paper, and then when it happens, I say,
you've done that. Yeah. Well,
it happened with Wexford, for example. So it was in my list.
Really? Okay. I hope Vienna is in your list. I would so love to.
Yes, it is. I was in my list. Okay, done.
But I would so love to hear you sing. So you have to come to Vienna as well.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah. So let's make the wish here.
Okay. I add it to my list. Of course.
Okay. Oh, that's great. But just have a lovely afternoon. It was so lovely to talk to you, and thank you so much for your time. And please let me know when you come to Vienna.
Of course, absolutely. I was young in a high school for a trip with students.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Okay. Yeah.
It would be a pleasure to go back in
yes.
And sing, to get a job, making music. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you let me know and we'll grab a coffee.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, okay.
You have to take a selfie.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, Gianluca, have a lovely afternoon, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.